So I first discovered J-Scent at Scent Bar DTLA in 2019. When did you and where did you discover J-Scent?
Couldn't tell you when, but I discovered J-Scent at Ministry of Scent.
Ah, they do sell them there.
Yeah, it was then Tiger Lily. And I made some assumptions that it would be light and barely there, and I was wrong. I was very wrong.
You were wrong, huh?
And when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong.
So we've got a video today for you. 11 J-Scent fragrances we're going to talk about in alphabetical order. And along the way, we'll tell you our favorites from the collection. But if you're curious to learn about this Japanese house J-Scent, stick around. Yeah, we've got 11 fragrances from J-Scent. Locally, they're sold at Ministry of Scent, but of course the J-Scent website also sells. And then, as I was saying, I discovered the brand at Lucky Scent Bar DTLA, and I believe they have them at the regular Scent Bar as well. But I fell in love with SUMO WRESTLER and roasted green tea. I do enjoy black leather. There's a few other fragrances that I like. Unfortunately, roasted green tea, there's a strange thing about it, which I'll tell you. But we're going to start off the list with AGARWOOD, which is a sophisticated, elegant, and precious scent. It's called AGARWOOD, which refers to oud, but there is no mention of AGARWOOD in the notes. And most likely they're creating an accord, combining cedar, cinnamon, sandalwood, vetiver, amber, musk, patchouli, and orange peel. So let's smell.
Yes.
This is AGARWOOD. Let me know if you're a fan of this line. Do you traditionally like oud or AGARWOOD?
I do, but nothing about this makes me think of other ouds I have smelled.
It's
woody.
It's woody for sure.
Yeah, and there's a dusty kind of...
It's dry.
Quality to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like dry bark.
Yeah.
Or
wood shavings.
Yeah, but not sawdust.
No, not going to the extreme.
A little bit of
sawdust.
like a pencil.
Pencil shavings
pencil
for sure.
Sharpening.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of cedar with this one.
But powdery... woodsy.
Yeah, I think if you're into the idea of oud, but you don't like the idea of oud, start with something like this, which probably you can graduate to smelling the real oud. But this doesn't really have oud in the notes. It's just basically created to smell like oud.
It's gentle, and the cedar has a maybe sense of a spa or.
I get the spa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, powdery,
and woody. It's a woody. So we've got black leather next, and I think you're a fan of this one.
This is my favorite. This is the one that I bought first. And
you bought this first. Yeah, the fragrances are also not overpriced, right?
Really accessible pricing.
Yeah. So it's niche, very Japanese, if you're into the idea of Japanese aesthetics and things like that.
What we should say before we move on from AGARWOOD is that there's almost like a poem on each bottle.
Yeah.
This says, AGARWOOD is beauty, purity, inner contentment that lies within tranquility. That's the first line. There's more. But really, we don't want this channel to be me reading to you.
There's a lot of poetry on these.
But it's a nice touch.
Yeah.
But black leather is so good in the summer.
I really?
Yeah.
Okay. Leather in the summer. Wear your leather in the summer.
It blooms. It blooms in a really beautiful way. You could wear it year round, but...
This says the scent of aging, smoky black leather, evoking a sense of melancholy.
I don't get melancholy.
Do you get rubber?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't get melancholy.
Okay.
It's a one of these where it's like you might already have leather, but this leather is different because of the jasmine that like kind of lifts it and gives it a little fizzy kind of je ne sais quoi. Yeah,
okay.
It's beautiful on skin.
I do enjoy this one. This is one of my favorites from the line. It features notes of leather, jasmine, oakmoss, amber, bergamot, tobacco, vanilla, and musk.
Yes. Actually, this one also says beauty, purity, inner contentment that lies within tranquility. So perhaps that is more about the brand than the fragrances.
Okay. Can we smell?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Black leather. So how many fragrances do you have from J-Scent?
2.
2?
But I have one on my wish list. We haven't gotten to it yet.
I like this one.
It is black leather. It isn't suede. It isn't like, I don't know, other kinds of leather. It isn't like the watch band leather.
Well,
this is a black
it's
motorcycle
dark. I think
jacket.
it's dark, yeah. And I smell some smokiness in here.
Agree.
And then also some pleathery, leathery, rubbery things happening.
Yes, but it doesn't fully smell animalic in that way.
No.
There's no like sweaty sort of
Funk.
Yes, correct. I don't get any of
We
that.
don't have any of the funky funk.
Yeah, but there's an earthy quality to it.
Yeah,
It's-
I agree. For sure. I
I-
think the Oakmoss is bringing out the earthy qualities.
Don't sleep on this. This is a good.
Yeah, it's a good leather.
Leather.
I recommend this one too. Just like the AGARWOOD, I think it's an entry-level leather. I think a lot of the fragrances of J-Scent, if you're starting out with niche, it's a great house to explore for, going into the niche side.
I would actually disagree. I think Agarwood is super accessible for anyone. It's.
I agree, yeah.
But black leather, I think, has complexity to it. I think anybody. I don't sleep on this. I think
No.
for whatever level of.
But they're also very easy wears. They're not like really intense, beast mode,
True.
heavy, dense
Although this one has a lot more kind of weight and heft to it.
compared to the
I
AGARWOOD.
haven't worn Agarwood, so I really can't say how it wears. But on a strip, it seemed sort of lighter, and the black leather has really good staying power.
All right, we've got Cafe next with a nice orange colored juice there. The scent of bitter coffee interwoven with sweet orange blossoms spawns a romance. So I was in Japan for 3 weeks, and I'm glad they have a coffee culture there because I'm a coffee drinker. And I was able to buy coffee everywhere I went. So it was really great. And this one does remind me of a coffee shop with orange blossoms. Lots of orange blossoms there.
And it's not sweet, which so many coffee themed fragrances are very like.
It's sweet to me, but not like sugary.
There's definitely orange blossom, which adds a sweetness, but it's not sugary. It has that like open a new canister of Nescafe kind of like instant coffee, kind of like the powdery feel of
the air kind of
Yeah.
getting into your nose.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get that. But with a lot of orange blossom.
Mhm.
With a lot of orange blossom. This is more of a dark coffee rather than a latte-like experience with milk or something. But it's a good one.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a
There's
great gourmand.
Light chocolatey quality, but just
Yeah.
just a scotch.
Yeah, I think there's this kind of creaminess,
Mhm.
and it's happening from whatever creamy notes or ingredients that are in here mixing with. I think the coffee and vanilla creates a bit of a chocolatey edge.
But not sugary and it's not too gourmand.
Is that the one you like?
It is one that I like. It is not the one that I like.
It's not the one. Okay. Next up, we've got a fragrance called Hakka. Hakka means mint in Japanese.
Ooh, this one says something different on the bottle.
Oh. A transparent, light, and flawless scent is what they're saying for this one. Featuring notes of mint, green leaves, lotus flower, lilies, iris, bergamot, jasmine, musk, amber, cedar. So you like mint, but mint doesn't like you always say.
That is on point.
This is a dry mint.
And the mint is strong, almost like eucalyptus-y. It's
Yeah, there's a menthol vibe here.
yeah, like
Clears your nose.
Clear your
Yeah. Yeah. I thought this would be a lot waterier because it has lotus flower, but I'm not getting watery effect in here. Usually lotus flower in fragrances creates a watery aquatic touch, but I don't get that. Do you?
No, I really just get that camphoric menthol mint kind of
Powdery.
Not powdery in the same way as Cafe and not powdery in the same way as Agarwood. Like Agarwood had that cedar bark dust and the Cafe one had that like dried coffee dust. I don't get that, but there is
It's more dry rather than powdery is what I should say. Yeah.
this I will go with. It is, I will say, it is not mint like I have ever smelled mint
Okay.
in a fragrance.
There's one thing I don't like about it. There's a candy mint quality that I'm not really a big fan of.
I can agree with that. But it's not too sweet.
No.
It's unusual.
I think a mint lover might like this, especially if you like a candied sweet mint, like more like a toothpastey mint or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a toothpastey mentholated mint.
Yeah. So next we have a fragrance called Hydrangea. I love these flowers, don't you?
Gorgeous.
They're beautiful. Which color do you like? Purple's mine. I don't really like purple, but I love purple hydrangeas or lavender colored.
I don't dislike any
Okay.
color hydrangea.
It says the scent of clean and beautiful hydrangea on a rainy afternoon.
Love
It's
it.
rainy afternoon here. We might go find some hydrangea.
I think that this will probably smell better than any hydrangeas we would find.
So hyacinth, jasmine, musk, muguet, iris, green leaves, violets, cedarwood, and rose. And I don't think that hydrangeas. I've never smelled the smell coming off of hydrangeas. Have you?
I've not noticed one. I know I like hyacinth.
But this one is hyacinth heavy for sure. It smells like hyacinth.
But it's not like what's it called? Cabotine? Is that the big hyacinth one?
Okay.
It's not like that. There's more of a syrupy quality to it. It's the jasmine is really kind of giving it a little funk.
There is definitely the jasmine funk in here for sure.
Yeah.
It's a bit indolic.
Yeah.
Which I quite like here. This is really good for me.
It is a spring, but there's a sullen kind of. It says the scent of clean and beautiful, but there's a sullen.
There's a sadness about it, right?
Yeah, this is much more melancholy to me than the whichever one said it was melancholy. Was it the black leather? That's not melancholy at all. This is a little bit of a sulky, rainy situation.
I can see sitting inside, windows looking out with a bunch of hydrangeas getting rained on. That's the visual I have.
Yeah.
Anyway, hydrangea. Yeah, are you guys a fan of hydrangeas? And are you a fan of hyacinth fragrances? Let us know. Put a comment down below. And also let us know what your thoughts are on J Scent. But moving on to the sixth fragrance, it's Paper Soap.
This one.
Really love this one.
I want this one.
This one is really good.
This may be my next from the brand.
So it says a nostalgic scent with a fresh feel and creamy sweetness, featuring notes of aldehydes, musk, rose, muguet, jasmine, lavender, geranium. And if you don't know what muguet is, muguet seems to be coming up quite a bit with the fragrances of J Scent. Muguet is lily of the valley.
This is soapy, your skin but better, clean.
It's so clean. It's so clean and good.
The aldehydes are not like knock you over like in Rien.
It just adds an airiness.
Yeah, but it gives it a really good sort of projection.
This is really good.
It is really good.
I love the soapy fragrance.
Little hint of ivory soap, kind of aldehydic, like.
And I agree, they have a creamy sweetness there too. Yeah,
this A+.
Really good for sure.
Yeah, and if you had told me 10 years ago that I would be excited about stuff that smells like ivory soap, I would have laughed in your face. But this is.
But the thing is, I like the way soaps smell. Why not wear it, right?
Somebody amazing constructed the fragrance of soap. We just don't call it that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you wash with it, you're going to smell it on you.
This, I feel, is like a shower in a bottle. Like if you had a little funky funk yourself from like your day and you had the, I mean, I'm just saying.
The funky funk.
This I feel, I don't know what actually would happen if you wore it when you wore it yourself, but it smells like a shower in a bottle, is what I'm trying to say badly.
Horse bath.
I like it. Well, or that.
All right, continuing on with the fragrances, we have at the 7th spot, remember this is in alphabetical order, it's RAMUNE, basically a Japanese soda. And it says the nostalgic scent reminds you of the excitement when you pop open a RAMUNE bottle sealed with a marble stopper at a summer festival. So honestly, this is not my favorite. I like the idea of it. It's a bit too sweet and sugary and a bit medicinal as well.
Very cough drop kind of.
Yeah.
Sucrettes almost.
It's very strong. Yes. Aldehydes, spearmint, peppermint, lemon squash, bergamot, raspberry, muguet, vanilla, musk, rose, magnolia, water lily, hyacinth, amber, cedarwood, sandalwood. It's
like when you make soda with syrup. It's like the syrup hasn't been cut.
Yeah, it hasn't been mixed. It's like you're just basically the concentration.
The raspberry is kind of very strong. Like that's where the fruitiness seems to be coming from. And it does open up. It's not as, but the first.
The initial blast is quite strong.
Yes. And actually the hyacinth comes through in an unusual way.
No, it gets fizzy for sure because the aldehydes do develop. I've worn plenty of this one, as you can see. But I don't know, something has changed in my chemistry. I don't like it as much as I used to.
It also has that, it's not menthol, it's not camphor, but it has that strong sort of like open the airways quality.
Clear your noses?
Yes. I'm sure there's another word for it.
But maybe you guys might like it. RAMUNE Japanese soda.
Maybe it's the spearmint that's doing that.
No, I think so. There's spearmint and peppermint here.
Okay.
So it's an overdose of mint. It's mint with aldehydes plus the lemon squash.
I don't know what lemon squash
I think it's just basically that's what it says on the J-Scent website, but I think it's lemon squashed. Mashed.
Oh.
I think that's what I'm assuming.
Oh.
Or maybe it's lemonade. I don't know.
I assumed it was those little yellow vegetables.
Oh.
Since squash.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think it's that.
I mean, I don't know what that smells like. I've never even noticed it has a taste. It's like something that just looks pretty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, up next, the 8th fragrance from J-Scent we're talking about today is roasted green tea. And it says the aroma of premium roasted tea leaves when brewed. So it features notes of hojicha, which is green tea, mint, peanuts, coconut, laver, which is seaweed, jasmine, vanilla, iris, cedar, clover, wintergreen. So unfortunately, I love the idea of this fragrance. The initial blast is very fleshy, and it kind of comes off like fish flesh. But eventually it develops into a really nice roasted green tea fragrance. So unfortunately, it's not my favorite fragrance.
So, but what you're saying is you have to kind of just like power through the opening.
Yeah.
And it's nice on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's the seaweed.
It really strongly smells like seaweed or marine or...
Do you like that?
No.
Are you a fan of marine? Because it develops into like a really great green tea fragrance. And it smells really great on the dry down. It does, but it's hard to get through the initial blast of the...
I don't need to smell
laver. Is it lover or laver?
It's a new word for me. I would have just gone with seaweed.
Okay.
But it's like a kelpy, bulbous sort of opening.
Okay. Maybe this is bulbous. This is the 9th fragrance, SUMO WRESTLER. The scent of bintsuke hair oil subtly floating from dignified sumo wrestlers. Do you like this one?
Well, we have to first say that I have this one.
Mm-hmm.
Mine does not smell like yours.
What?
Mine is more ambery. It's like a very...
What the heck?
Yours doesn't have that kind of amber quality that mine does. Mine is almost like opium from
what?
Back in the day.
This says musk, sandalwood, heliotrope, patchouli, anise, eucalyptus, violets, labdanum, orange flowers, oranges, cinnamon. No, I think it gets ambery when it's drying down for sure.
Okay, I do kind of get the vanillic, spicy, sort of resinous undertones, but yours has, I think the eucalyptus is coming through more than it does on mine.
No, it's quite powdery. We've got a lot of heliotrope here and musk. I like that about it. This is one of my favorites from this house. In fact, this is the fragrance that really was the one that got me to discover the brand because they were highlighting it at the scent bar in LA. But it's very powdery and also a bit gourmand. And then, of course, it gets ambery when it's drying down. But I just don't get the opium connection.
It's a really good name. It's a really good name. SUMO WRESTLER is a fantastic name for a fragrance. Yeah. And I guess the hair oil might have some of those.
I've never smelled that hair oil.
Nor have I. I'm just trying to guess what hair oil a dignified sumo wrestler would...
Bintsuke.
This one's really nice. I will say it doesn't have... The staying power is not the same as black leather. Black leather, will take you through the day. Sumo WRESTLER is not as long lasting.
I think what happens with powdery fragrances, they do disappear faster. More syrupy fragrances have longer lasting qualities on me versus powdery and dry. That's just my experience, but maybe the same with you too.
I have other ambers that last. I think this one is, but it's a nice wear while it's there.
Okay. All right. This is SUMO WRESTLER from the house of J-Scent.
I was just commenting that J-Scent sounds like adjacent.
Adjacent to J-Scent?
As in you are adjacent to me.
So the next fragrance we're going to talk about is TSUKISHIZUKU, which is Mother of Pearl. And it says a floral scent like a shimmering, dewy moondrop, Mother of Pearl. Are you familiar with this one?
I'm not. I like the song by Roxy Music a lot.
What is that song, Mother of Pearl?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a white floral balm. It's tuberose, jasmine sambac, lilectier, which is the highest quality European pears, kobushi magnolia, musk, sandalwood, damask rose, amber, bergamot, patchouli, lemons, vetiver.
I kind of get fruity from this.
It's quite fruity for sure. The pear really comes through against the white floral touches. It's a bit indolic as well. There's some slight funk in there.
It's one of the sweeter ones we've smelled from J-Scent.
Yeah, I think the sweetness kind of carries over from one to the other. That does remind me of the same sweetness of the others. But like RAMUNE, the soda,
Yes.
that was the really, really sweet one.
But different
This
sweet.
one is, I think, toned down by some other notes in here.
Agreed.
It's sweet, but it's not as sweet.
But it has that same sugared quality, you're right, as RAMUNE or RAMUNE.
Yeah. So this is TSUKISHIZUKU, Mother of Pearl. Last but not least, we've got Yuzu, a very simplistic grapefruity fragrance. This one is also a favorite of mine, but again, it's a very light fragrance. It's perfect for summertime. So it's refreshing scent of the Japanese citrus fruit yuzu with thyme. Features notes of yuzu, lemons, bergamot, oranges, grapefruit, lime, mandarin orange, thyme, and rose. It's very fresh. Thyme is very strong against the yuzu. You'll notice it.
Yeah, but it gives it an aromatic kind of
herbalness.
Because again, you could say, oh, it's a citrus, but the thyme really gives it a zingy sort of...
A timeless quality.
Oh, no.
No. This is really good. If you like the idea of like a straightforward grapefruity yuzu citrus fragrance, remember these notes have a bitterness, some zing, some spice.
But there's a zest kind
of.
Like
Zest.
A lot of juicy sort of zest, which is nice.
Zesty.
I like this the more I smell it. The thyme almost has a sort of...
Reminds me of food and spice.
Basil-y quality.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I mean, there's a real herbaceousness.
Total herbaceousness against the yuzu. It comes through right away too. Like it's pretty prominent. Yeah. It cuts right through that yuzu.
It is refreshing.
Yeah. There's a fizziness about it too.
I could see this being wonderful in the summer.
Yeah. It's a bit of a change of pace because you don't really see thyme in fragrances. It's a different kind of an herb. So, and it does work really well with the yuzu.
My mouth is watering.
Okay.
Like there was a kind of, but not sweet, which is nice. It's bright. It's clean. It's not bitter.
It's juicy.
It's juicy, but it's not like sweet.
No. It's not sweet at all. There's a bit of saltiness in there as well, which traditionally from yuzu, I hear it's a bit salty. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've read.
I don't have any kind of sense of yuzu, but the lime comes through, and that's a familiar citrus.
Lemons,
to me,
yeah. Oranges.
Yeah.
It's a citrus bomb. Anyway, those are the 11 fragrances from J-Scent. We wanted to let you guys know about the brand. Let us know if you do know about the brand. What do you like about the brand and the fragrances that you enjoy? Put a comment down below, and let us also know if you haven't sampled the fragrances, which one sounds great to you. Again, my favorites are Black Leather, Agarwood, Cafe, and Paper Soap for sure, and Yuzu. Those are my favorites from the house, but I'd like to check out some more as long as I can see them or find them.
Yeah, they're numbered on the side. I don't think we called that out before, but there's a...
Okay.
Pierre Guillaume does something like that too, yes?
So I guess roasted green tea is number 1.
It's nice, and it's accessible.
Totally, and they're not very expensive. And if you're in San Francisco, you can definitely go to Ministry of Scent and check them out there. Or if you're in the LA area, go to Scent Bar. Of course, I have the brand linked in the info box as well. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. This is Dahlia. If you haven't followed her, find her on the Perfumed Dahlia.
On
Instagram. And you can find me on Instagram at The Perfume Guy. Also on Facebook and TikTok. Thanks so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.